Okay.
Okay, I honestly think such stationary idea we were home. At this point, let the goodness in our hearts come to play. I mean, because definitely we have it's kind of yeah raising from for the bags. No, there's already too much pressure on it, and so definitely, like you said, we cannot afford it. So maybe, maybe there is a way the associates and all of us can, contribute something little to the stationery separately from, I mean, the bags that will be um, donating. And then maybe Hope Jenny, I mean, we can get some money from the funds from the bags, no, to support it. Because at this point, or maybe it's, I mean, if someone else Charles, personal can pay this is for 4K. I mean, why not? But
Presley raising the trust.
as it stands now, I'm willing to contribute something to it. But now, so see, I don't have confidence. Like I cannot say confidently say, oh, I'm taking maybe those for the maybe JHS another way. But I'm thinking of what I can do to help. But I mean, until then, I don't want to make any promises. But I'm willing to contribute something.
Okay. Um, Presley, before you come in, well, one thing we should know also is the 5K we've raised so far, just from July. You understand? July, August, September, 3 months near there. So if we go in harder, like if we don't lose momentum, it's actually doable. And if we stick to the plans, I can a bit me. I yeah, Priscilla.
Hello. Mpata mutumika.
Yeah, we can.
Me pato wine.
Na yan, ntu kasa no ambo me din anko monto you mo. So with the me pato with the stationery, I wanted to find out yam bags na from the AFE China and Abidu and that's what China I am from my.
Okay, with the bags, that coincidentally, and you may many notifications say it be a bit, but ni nyina be do ye because
Okay,
like
and we say it will be waha or they like all over seas and stuffs no. And if like in will be or China, you will be or China. Is that
oh
it?
yeah, there is an agent handling it.
Yeah, so I wanted to find out, say, if there is no those stationaries, can't we check the prices from China? Because I feel like Shein, or China, no, we could have them at a cheaper prices. So say, you bet me now we could be able to ship at a lesser price, and as even like something like AliExpress or something. If we don't have any issues with that, we can check those prices and compare. Probably we could have it relatively cheaper than what we have in Ghana. And maybe I thought we have specific brand. Me who big, me who natural. Like do we have any attachments to the like, or is just for quality sake? You say okay, natural is limited for this. Okay, fine. So we are looking for such quality in a bit more comparing China if we will be getting them. Because I feel like those items it's relatively cheaper there. That's what I think. So if they're in source now China, if they could check there for us, we could equally look at it ourselves. Those outside. No? You could check Shein, AliExpress and compare those prices and see the shipping cost. Maybe you want to be a bit down before the program, then the person can bring it or something. So if we could consider that one to and see.
Okay, yeah. So time is a factor here, like time, and like you said, Sen could be a bahanuma. So uh, if with China, when you check Alibaba, we have like cheaper prices, especially with the quantity we are doing. Like we could get a very good deal, like that one day. Yes. The issue is with the shipping. Shipping, no, it takes up to 8 weeks, and your friend is saying at the moment, I say Nyama Baby, I worship so. So I don't know. Like that's one side of the thing. It's becoming a problem. Like it's like everything is going to be on the ship, and there should be something we can fall on if something happens. Yeah. So that's one thing. But if we can pay for flights to Ebola Beduntem, that one day, you will. A friend is saying, get it in 5 days. So if so be war any um link more amanone no say oh you well
Well, I think I know someone in China, but I don't know if
yeah, so if the person has any
maybe you
problem
can probably
we bet me
ask.
at keeping a fight why not let's go for because I'm all for
Yeah,
party.
some. Okay, I'll try and reach out to the person and see.
Side note, Priscilla, I missed you. Ow, my phone.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm not
When I
say
heard your voice, I
ow.
was like,
It's
ah, I've not
just
heard this voice in a really long time.
That's what
Yeah, now small chance. So when
Yeah,
you
for,
Charles, please
but
allow.
for real. It's Tinam too. As I hear Tinam voice, I was like, oh, I'll move this Tinam.
okay. So 6:35. Sorry, 6:35. They said the meeting will start at 6:35. So yeah. I think we should start. Mostly people listen to the meetings too, so and they give feedback. So it's best we start and they join rather than we wait. Then we'll be rushing through the whole thing because time is far gone. So can you confirm you can hear me? I'm speaking to myself because I'm not using my usual setup. So I assume you can hear me. So we are discussing the following things. The first agenda we are trying let's do a recap of things. The last time we met we decided that we will send out proposals, but then before that we begin this meeting in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. um we will be sending out proposals for funding, and we've been able to send out about 12 proposals Tobinco and individuals, and then another company, Mantis. So we are trying to see if we hear from them. The other time I was trying to get a feedback from Tobinco, but then no news from them yet. And also, other people have promised that late October we should reach out for feedback. Indeed, that's how far with the proposals. And then the other thing we were supposed to do before the next meeting is the bag design issues and how we are going to procure the bags and placing orders and all those things. So right now we've been able to send out the designs and we've been able to send designs for manufacturing. In fact, associates have been able to get access to the designs. So um, at the moment, we have the bag designs out, and then I think Adade, you are welcome. I think we will forward the designs out to non-associates so that you'll be able to see. It was first exclusively given out to them so that and they preview the, the work done so far. We have produced about 100 bags, and it's been shipped. So we are waiting for it to get to Ghana. Want to see how that one to go. So um, you can find images of the bag and some short video from the manufacturer. So this is how the 2024 edition of our bags will look like. Yeah. So if there are no questions with that one, we are just doing a recap of what we were supposed to do from the previous meeting. And then the final thing we were supposed to do was the Dockers box announcement. So we were supposed to at least announce that we are accepting clothes. And I think since last month we've announced it, and um, Jack is doing the pickups. Also, there are some people who have shown interest, and with that, I think when it gets to the Dockers box side, maybe we'll get feedback too from the person leading that side. So I think those three things were uh, actionable things we're supposed to do from the previous meeting. So we were supposed to send out proposals, and then bag design issues and manufacturing, then Dockers box announcement. So um, if there are no questions or anything, we move to the main agenda for today. Okay. We have page and answer. You have something to say. Okay, so um, the main agenda for today's meeting, we have co-bags project, the crowdfunding, so far, and then 101 issues and what we know about Sansami from the assemblyman. It means we've had conversation from the assemblyman, and so I think everyone should hear what they have to say, and it creates an image, a mental picture of how the place will look like, and for the benefit of team leads and individuals who will be volunteering on that day. At least, yeah, getting to know about the place is very important. So those are the three things we are talking about. Crowdfunding, 101, Sansami. Yes, so how much do we have from the crowdfunding so far? When we look at our sheet, so you can find this sheet on the Hope Journey website. You get it. Journey. Then you go to community resources. Go to community resources. Then you see project documentation. Then 2014 project progress. And then you can see it in the progress. Yes, so you can find the donor track list, like the track for the donors. Yeah, so we've been able to raise 5,076 cities, which in terms of bag, I think we have about 101 there to if anything, and convert it to Hope Journey language. That's what it represents. However, it is worth noting that um, although we are raising funds for 100 bags, which would be like the 5,000 we have raised so far. There are
Hi
so many parts of
everyone.
the project, like there are so many parts of the project. We need more funding than
Hi,
5,000
man.
we've raised so far. So, a friend is saying, in as much as we've raised 5K, which looks impressive for uh, September, I think we are not yet there, so we need to still continue with what we are doing. Yes, so with the crowdfunding, this is how far we have raised, and also with the crowdfunding, um, are we doing well? Are we doing better? So, what I did before the meeting, and then whilst I was planning for the meeting, I think I compared the figures. So, when you look at the amount raised, it will look like we've done well. But when looking at inflation issues in Ghana and how things are going terribly in terms of money and other things, 5,000 will do nothing for this project. Yes, so it looks impressive on the paper, but then we would not be able to do much. So I think we shouldn't be too much excited about the success and progress we've done so far, and we should press on. And if you have some coins you think you can give to us too, then I think you just inject it to the project so that we will work from a mental and we work from an abundance mindset than trying to squeeze things and all those things. So if you could help with that, yeah. So there's a question: how can we get better with the crowdfunding? Looks like we are overmilking the bag. In as much as the feedback has been good, how can we get it? How can we do well with it? So it's a question, and that's a obi doing this. So and I also say now who if anything go back project in it so far. Do you, from where you are sitting, do you think we are doing? Do you think we are doing terrible? And is there anything you think we should add? Uh, um.
I think if it is talk, then you know they hear you.
Oh my God. Are you hearing me now? Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me? Uh, please, if you can hear me, let me know. If you cannot hear me too, oh, awesome.
Yeah, I think so. I did. Okay.
Then we have to start a meeting from scratch. Oh, bye.
And let's say what I say.
Okay, so we did a recap of what we've done so far with the whole project. I think from the previous meeting, what we're supposed to do after the meeting, the actionable items, like what we're supposed to do. So we're supposed to send out proposals to people, individuals, and companies for funding. You get it? And then we're supposed to handle bag design issues, whether we do 50-50 or we will give the whole thing to one company to handle, and then do an announcement for the Dockers box. Yeah, so those three things were the reasonable things we were supposed to do from the Q2 meeting. You get it? Yes. So we've been able to send out proposals to 12 people total, like individuals and companies, Tobinco, Mantis, and other individuals who have goodwill for Hope Journey and from other personal contacts of people connected to Hope Journey. So we are expecting feedback from some of them late October, and also we are expecting your friend is saying some of them to also give us feedback before the program, the time for the program gets. Yeah. So unfortunately, we've not heard from Tobinco. We're expecting to hear from them, but we've not heard anything from them. And then The other individuals, some of them too are saying that on December, which is problematic, but we accept it like that. Then we've been able to do the announcement for the bags. So I think that's one other good thing too. So sorry, announcement for the cast box. And we've been able to announce it. We have some clothes coming in. We'll do detailed discussion for that one. Join the AOS. So those were the three things we're supposed to do we end the before we get to kill three. Yes. So back to hold bags again. Unfortunately, I've said I've Makasa about it before the sound came, but it's just a technical issue. Unfortunately, I'm using a different setup from what I normally do, so I'm very sorry with the sound. Um, the crowdfunding. So far, we've been able to raise about 5,000 for the crowdfunding. So individuals and institutions have donated about 5,000, which represents 101 bags in terms of whole journey financial language. We convert them to bags. But then the main target is to get about 17,000 cities for the project. And 17 sounds huge, but then inflation and other things that normally which has affected our project, and 17 is not that much. Yes, so it's only about the bags. The 17 covers the health screening, food issues, setting up the whole boutique thing for the Dockers box, and then the stationery. Yes, so we we are looking at raising that money. So far, we've raised about 5K for it. Yes, so the question is, how can we make the crowdfunding better? Um, we are over milking the method we are using. This year we are trying to embed videos in it. I'm expecting new videos from next week, but then so far we are still mostly doing the image thing. Yeah, and people are gradually getting tired mentally because they are used to that. Yes, so need to use something else to refresh it, and it's sending signal that yeah, that method is gradually not there for us again. So we need other ideas. So how can we get things better? That's my question, please. When I'm doing now, I got to know say we didn't have sound. How can we get things better? Today we have a lot of people here. Charles, um, Boateng, Mary Anna, Rachel, Adadi. So maybe so you think so far how we are doing it is fine and you can say then you say where we are doing well. And if you think yeah, there's something wrong with what we are doing too, then let us know. Then like where we can improve. We want to get things better. And I also shared the images of the bags 2024 edition, like the designs and it's been shipped. So that's the status of the bags too. Yes. And then there's a silent meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, Charles.
Um, I think say Ejuma ne de ebo Ejuma ba ye na individual see etua bi no. Eno e kosen. Right.
Okay,
Say
so
initially we were like
yeah,
say
the
we are this
Femi project.
10 bucks so then
Unfortunately,
so say
the response from within the community itself, hasn't been that great because you can see that most of the people apart from some of the anonymous people, yeah, most of the people are not associates and people we are expecting. But although we have associates in there, um, internally
So
generated.
how do we get the associate to contribute? And then
Okay,
and
so Charles is asking us, how do we get associates to contribute?
Kwabena boat engineer.
How do we get you to donate?
How do we get you to contribute?
For me, let me speak for myself. For me, I will contribute. I mean, last minute members. So me, I'll contribute, but I mean, not last minute, but so I'm speaking for myself. I don't know about other associates.
Last minute and I feel in fine Juma Maria. I feel in last minute.
Hey Charles, that means all you coffee.
Hey, yeah, me coffee on so.
Hey, okay.
Okay, so Marianne's on no check ebeba nti. Yeah, deny a budget. Pacho, how do we get you to donate? Because it looks like the money is coming from outside more than within. Although the anonymous people are all from within, yes, but then your friend is saying, how do we get associates and friends, like people we go to? Because it looks like it's been down this year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you.
I also think
Oh,
nah,
uh,
game fear nice. Why not? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
yeah,
Hello.
we can
Yeah,
hear
I
you.
also think say I didn't see a nice my image. Yeah, image. I also think say what if like a budgeted amount is put down. Say yeah, everybody in the group can pay this amount. If you can pay more, fine. But if you can pay this amount, it's okay. What about us?
Okay, yeah, I think you and Nana are saying the same thing. Nana was like previously, each associate had to pay for a number of bags. The same as number na amount na can. I think we 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 said it in the group, but it looks like it so kakra so near bemunti. I'll just put a dot on it in the group so that you will know. I think at least 10 bags are supposed to come through each associate. Yeah. But it's not like a trouble amount. Like although we have a 10 bag cap, like to come through any associate, I think you have to you just give out what you have. Yes. I'm looking for the message. See. Nti saa deɛ no wɔ hostel. And I say 10 bags in a door so looking at a friend is saying. Right now the bags used to be 20 cedis, so 10 bags equals like a lower amount. This year all the 10 bags echo for we are a friend is saying 50 now, only now 500 cedis. Those days 20 now 200 cedis. So should we lower the amount? Should we what should we do? Should we increase it? Punctual.
Chale say what buy and say almost fixing your man na. I know shit.
Oh, senior, me nyam pipi ni umpacho. Ni party, yes, sir. You be ni election and sure me nya funding, pacho.
I think say no money you okay no.
Be my na Abraham.
Yeah, I can me try say no money there okay. Say I mean is it obi any say nyama mo then but as wakari da no say obetimi aso so like then you pay obetimi so ni obetimi nyaba bia no. I don't think say by force. I mean, even though say you try to say 10 bucks, but I don't think it's that compulsory. Say when you be crack na you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And so I think say yes, set a standard next. I think ultimately the bar fine. When to me I found so no yawa. Then you have to talk to people to help you raise that money. So to the mention I say.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll be to me the five now, but then try and talk to at least 5 different people. No be amount one by one by few. I think that one will make sense. I don't know if those days so called like them field trip I was some small card be then you be talking to people normal scratch like on my check it that thing. No?
Tally
I don't know
cards.
if it's still there, but yeah, tally cards, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
we
if
are
it's still
growth
there,
papa
but
no me growth ma minimum. Tally card.
oh, but I mean, so you don't necessarily have to use a target card, but you could just go around and then talk to people about it. Oh, this is what we're doing. Me just say into who train for say me my contribute to say I think it can also boost their morale to give. Now what we are there and also me na mean like I mean that kind of mentality, you know. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So there is a new way I binum donate you almost see na anonymous. No the thing. Almost Charles almost where we are busy where we are on the point to.
When I see me you on the point. No, no,
That's where we are
yeah.
on the point.
No, anonymous in there, it will continue to be there because
Oh yeah, me
let's
I,
say
I
your
really
chief
respect privacy and those things. So if you want to,
maybe I'm not paid
yeah, any binum or
it.
some send if you tap send, then they don't mention their names. And also, horse.
Tap send phone.
Yeah.
Hey, Chalabo chief from hard,
Oh,
you know. Yeah, really.
it's been a good thing now. Like right now, most of the funding is coming from outside. I think you guys are impressive with that. The the mobile budget. Cost master. Um, any.
Charles has got us covered. Any problem? Charles are covering.
I beg you, what I beg you.
I remember saying no. Hey, we beg.
Mr. Fanu pay to hey, ready. Chalabo chiwa, woman me bosom me and the
Okay, so your friend is saying any ideas how you will go about with the associate thing, and I say all idea being so ultimate type if you think say a friend is saying baby I want to noise so obey me I join it chat no in comment. But if your friend is saying we have 30 associates, then let's look at if 30 associates an average of 100 cedi times 30,000 raising 16,000 and if year send schema
No, come.
we'll be raising that amount plus the 5,000 no I think say nanka project in here you know and he say obiya the basa and I think some people give more than that too and some people will give lesser so if it comes from within I think say it will really help us and it will be a practical way of shunning the whole I say we are begging for bags from outside in the end, you know. Yeah. We really know what we are doing and we support it and don't support it.
At the end there, we are begging for bags. The grand woman.
And then my friend is saying, um, we understand what we are doing and we are trying to support what we are doing with our own money. Yeah. So if you donate and you want to keep it anonymous too, I beg we will keep that for you. Until any other thing, then we move to the next item. Right. These days I want the meeting to be under 1 hour. Like I say AI check a currency. Yes, and then the design. The design we are changing the design for this year too. I think sir, we are looking outside. Um in as much as we love Ghana and we believe in made in Ghana. I think sometimes you put your needs ahead first, and so we are looking elsewhere. We are trying to do production outside while we are complementing the made in Ghana bags. As at now, we receive new set of bags from the Ghanaian producer. No. China for no, within 1 week, no my omu and this is the difference, and unfortunately, that's what is happening. So, um, the designs now more group name no China designs, no. And I think so we will be count one if you think maybe.
Okay, I bet nothing shows
Also,
you lie. You don't love Ghana. You lie. You don't love
you
Ghana.
know they got out.
Okay, you don't love Ghana.
Oh,
You don't love Ghana. You dey lie.
I
You don't
really
love
believe in
You don't
Ghana.
love Ghana.
Charlie, today be Nkrumah Memorial Day. Today be Nkrumah Memorial Day. I dey beg. I can't make Kwame Nkrumah cry. Like I dey beg. Wah. Um, in as much as we believe in Ghana, this is what we think will help us so far. Until we are complementing this 50-50, we are trying to do 50 this year for made in Ghana, 50 for outside. But the comment so far has been great. In the team leaders group, Martin made a joke that those who are pushing for the made in Ghana bags, during your mentoring class, I think we will give you the local bag so that you explain to your children how come they are receiving the local bags.
I agree.
Well,
I think that's one thing we are looking at. But then, if all things work according to plan, we will have excess bags and um, we will know how to go about it. So this particular one, a experiment, we are trying to see how the system works. Then, if it works better, then we perfect the whole China bag thing. See, ebia, yetobe bre muma. Then now, for ABA for 5 years, and we will not be thinking about bags. Then we'll be thinking about other parts of the program. Then the funding will be catering for those things, and also will be beating inflation because the bags are in dollars, and anything that involves dollar and you are in Ghana, then utepena okumayoya. So unfortunately, we need to beat inflation. So um, we have to produce them in excess so that we will be able to balance the CD dollar rate thing. I think that that's it for the item two. Until now, we are looking at the 101 gathering. The 101 gathering. Historically, the 101 has been um the should I say the 101 is how we shape a lot of things, we train each other, and then your friend is saying get things better before the DD. It has also been a day where we get inspired by people who work in missions and evangelism and who believe in the gospel. So it's sort of an intersection between the charity and the missionary work. And um, last year we did a different one called the Gathering. Yeah, we tried our best to make it more project focused rather than you go then we are discussing church and pastors, and I think those things should be left to theologians and people who are in the narrow way group so that they can just discuss their things there. But then using the 101 day for those kind of discussions, I think we will not get enough time to have presentations from the various teams. Until last year, and say every team did a presentation, what they intend to do for the year. And if maybe some part of your project is not that straightened out, then we just suggest something else for you. If we think M farms one year catch us, we get M fast because maybe budget constraints and other resources, people and those things. So we let you know. And so because of that, we saw a lot of improvement in last year's event amatekuni, especially with team synergy and other things. You can see, say, most of the teams knew what they were doing. Um, because although a lot of people didn't show up, they watched the video, so they knew what their various teams would be doing. But this year we have a problem. Um, a lot of people are not around. They I said now people are living there in some mountains area, and organizing the events in person is becoming a challenge for us. Um, so I was trying to send out a proposal to all of us that we will vote to know those who want in person and those who want virtual. And if we have a lot of people for in person, we will do in person. If we have a lot of people for virtual, we do virtual. But then these are the advantages and disadvantages. First, with in person, we are going to have a lot of gelling. When teams meet and you do in person discussions, I think it's mostly the best. In-person presentations are best. Right now, we are connected meeting way. The account wall, but or dampem no. You get it. But then when you are having an in-person discussion, and you don't get to do those things. You don't get to, your friend is saying, cheat any system. And also with in-person, for once in the year, we get to socialize among ourselves, and we get to know people better, because mostly you get to see people during an event, during a program, and I'm not talking about anybody. So your friend is saying it's one of those things that we are looking at as the advantage. And then with the disadvantage for in person, the cost of renting a place, a beautiful place, a place fitting for us for our event, is right now we are looking at 2K plus, and then the food people will eat, transportation issues when they are coming, and also other peripheral issues that are connected to the whole project. The D-Day event. Is quite an amount. I'll convert it into bags. Is so. It's been a worry, like, with that. And someone would say with the venue, and we've tried churches before, and sometimes when you go to a church, they also want to take a part of this the money you raise over there as part of the offertory, so, and some of those issues. And then when we go to a very neutral place too, I think it places us at a more non-denominational point. And so that's why we last year we tried Little Waker, and all things being equal, I think Little Waker is best for us. It's not in Mampong or it's not in Nsawam, it's in the middle. So it's quite, and it's also closer to Accra, so it's easier to access the place. And I'll quite home. So for virtual, this is the case for virtual. I wrote it here. So for virtual, first you save money. We can create something like something I'm stealing from Wikipedia. You create something like data scholarship, where people who think they want to join but they don't have data to join the meeting, they send their MTN account or this thing, then you deposit the data to their account, 1 gig, 2 gig, so that they use it for their meeting. So instead of spending a total of maybe 5,000 on the entire program, you get to spend maybe 500 cedis on just on data for the people. And that's one advantage you have with it. And then the second advantage is you have people all over. We we've been blessed. We have people in China, UK, US, and so everyone can join from anywhere if we do it virtual. You get it? So that's the advantage we gain from the virtual as against the in person. So let's compare now. Let's discuss. This is a proposal. And those who just joined in, we are trying to see whether we will do the 101 gathering as a virtual event or an in-person event. So, um, what do you think, guys?
Okay, okay. Before we address that issue, I also want to ask,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think with the increasing population of people not being around, like for the main program, like on the day of the
Mm-hmm.
program? What what
What do I think?
what's the solution now? What's the solution now? Because already initially everybody chasing life,
Oh
people,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
everybody
And
chasing life.
that's how it's supposed to be actually. So
So,
there is a
yeah,
program
because
I think.
everybody chasing life. It will
Oh,
be that
okay,
if yeah,
continue. Continue,
if I say
continue.
yeah, we are 30 people in a group, but what happens?
At the day, it looks like your line is breaking. So,
So
and I am missing.
Good evening, guys.
Master, who is Utigwana?
uh, Charlie, then Charles, they call me earlier on, and then I did somewhere. That's why. But now I catch up.
Okay, so Charles
I
was
mean, I know, today is
one
Saturday,
way
you
to
know,
donate.
I dey understand.
Uh-huh. Oh, donate there. We will donate. But I don't know with the problem. But the clarification I will make on that particular subject is it wasn't say every associate should donate,
Mm-hmm.
but every associate should bring in donations, either by virtue of those they know or from their own pockets. That was the stipulation we made and agreed upon. So let's look at that. Because
what is
someone
what
might have done their quota, but you are not seeing it because you are seeing somebody's name there. So we made it so that there's no way to check because and yet what how do I put it? It's not a secular thing that we would be marking people's names down say they have donated or not. It's the work done. So someone can be an associate, not have the money, but get 10 friends to give 50 bucks. And that is acceptable.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, so I hope it's clear. Like, guys, yeah, thanks for what I explained.
and then on under this issue with the attendance, our attendance on D-Day has not been a problem. It's the things preceding it. But I think that we get people to come.
Yeah, sometimes Jack Peso ye bin film.
The D-Day there on field, we get the numbers we need to work. But the help preparing for the event in the year, now say, for 5 be person.
Did they need the excursion?
I know there. So how to get people, the participation we had at the beginning, how to get that back, and then I asked them. So earlier on, I also brought some initiative where each associate or each founding member sort of is supposed to bring in somebody and mentor them for their role. I don't know if we can go back to that so that we can get dedicated people, because it looks like for the actual work or the work that comes before the work, the number keeps dwindling.
So let's bring it back. Oh, the thing is, with that one, there is a program I'm piloting. The other time, the other meeting, the Q2 meeting I mentioned, say we are looking at people from the various universities and education colleges. So we are trying to experiment something with Presby, um, PTC, Ekropon, yeah. I think it's a month ago or so. Now we were adding a lot of people. Like there was a
Mm-hmm.
baby, yeah. So there is someone over there. He's trying to get some teachers on board purposely for the mentoring session and other things. So it's like a program. I will be like a campus, should I say club or something, community on the campus, so that through that we'll be able to get new members who are younger. Because I think the participation issue, age has to be some of the problems. Ebinom awo, ebinom yɛ nkurɔfoɔ agya ne adeɛ. So um, It's becoming difficult for them to participate, although they have their will. So you get new younger people we can recruit, then we train them. Rain, for example, was being trained for the one of the roles in communication. Um, Other people were being trained. So Charles, for instance, trained Eben for his role. So and right now Eben is just doing his work perfectly well. Um, so I think say other team leagues, that. Yeah, and someone like Asamatu was being, I think he was working with Etiemu. So when Etiemu left, he took over from Etiemu. So I think that it's an individual issue. Timo amuntimi nyɛ no, what's the problem that maybe we can help, like those who have not been able to. And there was silence. Okay, so back to 101 issues. It will be hanging, but then when we get to AOBs, we'll look at it again. 101 issues.
If we can, I think we should do it in person.
Okay.
One of the things that made us work very well at the beginning was we met each other often. And now we have sort of lost that. We meet like once a year, and that's the event day. And as Charles said, that is an excursion for most people. Even that day, Crampo, because each team is busy with different activities, we rarely get time to interact, maybe in the bus or at the meeting after the program. So the 101 is the last official gathering we have as a community. I think discarding that would not help us, because we will need the new members we claim we are bringing in. We'd like to see them, at least get to know them before the day, and it's like you are talking to strangers. That yes, because the last event I was trying to coordinate stuff, but most of the people I was interacting with were people I didn't even know, and it wasn't a good thing. So I think we should maintain that. It's the last thing we have. Right now, we've stopped every other activity except the December one. So let's not let go of the 101 too. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think so. I'll agree with both. I mean, we could always have a virtual session, even aside the in-person session. So, need the one, yeah, because yeah, the whole point is connection, right?
Yeah.
You're not connected to someone, and you wake up, you just tell the person, say, "Charlie, go help, it shows somewhere." Yeah, yeah. So, like, if we could meet, you meet me, Susa 101, yeah, meeting. We get to know each other. I don't know here because I remember when we started, we literally know like Obi and Mobia, like
Yeah,
what's
that's
happening
nice.
in the person's life, like. You understand what I talk? So
Yeah, the back.
like we knew ourselves on that level, even on the micro scale, like he knew me home. So that
Mm.
connection was there. But now
And it
no,
made
that's
the
a
work
mention
easier too.
exactly. Like he only mobiana ran down. So what I said. So you can't give me an excuse say you cannot show up. And so I think say if it may revive it, no, a bit boy. So virtual there, we can always add virtual to it, depending on the location or share in person. Because I know most of these facilities now, no, they have this virtual thing, Zoom, Teams, and stuff. We could join.
Okay. Any other opinion? 101. Should it be in person? Should it be virtual? 2 for in person. 2 for 0 for virtual so far. Um, Esinam, Godfred, Mary Ann, Nana, Prisla, Wawa, Prisla, Rachel, Adade, Ebo. Yeah. So any any different opinion or something?
I do not have a different opinion. I think it's really important that we keep the in-person interactions in a world where social media and the internet has taken over. So yeah, I agree with my colleagues. Quiet.
Okay. Yeah. So does it mean anonymously we all believe in person? So there is no need to even pass it through any votes like in the group, because your friend is saying it's interesting the person who did the proposal for the virtual cry has not voted for virtual. So and I saw unfound also new opinion in by. So um I think me I believe in we having 1-1. And how we did the 1-1 last year was I think the best way we can do the 1-1, in my opinion. Um it has evolved from one we had, your friend is saying, Yausiki and all those things, to something like a workshop. If it's me in a year, it will become a very, very important to maybe improve a lot of things. And also, it is not nice. Yeah, on the D day, you get there and you don't know who is who and what Nipano, but then the person is also wearing the t-shirt. Yeah, so but then how are we going to fund it and where are we going to do it? Those issues need to be answered, because it's going to take something from the amount raised. From experience, we are not going to spend less than 2,000 cities. Yes. So, okay, Isinam is suggesting that we can even do both live streaming and in person. Since these days, doing live streaming is easier. You just, first you have a good phone, you can just stream it to those who are not around. Yeah. So we can do both. The question is, say nyina yɛyɛ na sɛ obiara nso sɛ me nso yɛyɛ ne in person na obiara nso sɛ menni hɔ a, ɛno ne issue no. Because it will be quite a story when you're current an auditorium. Actually, one musician actually quite.
Well, I got to prevent that. Maybe you can just make available the meeting link, the Zoom link, whatever means you're going to use, to only those not around, because that is the purpose for the streaming, right? Because just like you said, let me just stream since they are streaming it anyways. So maybe you should just make the link exclusive to those who are currently not in the country and coming home. I don't know if that will work, but
Okay.
Okay. Another point too is we keep saying we are bringing in new people to boost up the community. That event should be how they show their commitment. I mean, I don't know how come you are new to something and the first gathering you absent yourself. So if the people we are bringing in are as interested and committed as they claim to be, that's why they are here. I see no reason why they should miss that particular gathering.
Okay.
So
I like that.
the people there, I think if we talk to them personally about it, we should get them. The people we bring in. Because we bring them, we invite them, because the number of people on this call does not match our community. It means most of them will not even be aware, because people tend to see stuff and not actually read it because of the information overload in our time. So we should talk to them and then invite them. And on the funding too, we could maybe look at ways to make it cheaper. I think what makes it expensive is that you want a projector and a screen for the presentation.
Yeah, and I think we have the projector. We have a laptop too. So.
Because do we need an auditorium? Don't we just need a place where people can meet?
Okay, so
based on the format we used last time.
Yeah.
We could just find a place people meet up and then, I don't know, rent some chairs and sit down and talk. and then share the slides on the page. People can go through as a person presenting. It's like the other venues. We don't necessarily need an entire auditorium to host that. All we need is the people to be there in the same space. So maybe we could look at that too.
Okay, I think it's an idea that will save us about 2,000. So yeah. Rachel, you have something to say?
Oh, it's fine. It has been mentioned, so it's
Okay,
fine.
that's fine. Yeah. So from what is idea, if so, obi wo obi wo baby or person yeah they are in mind that right now you can just say it, and I'll just
Off the top of my head,
mhm.
close to Little Acre is a Brigadis. Off the top of my head. You can just find somewhere to sit there and then talk.
Okay, so how do we show the
And
slides during because that would be like a picnic, not
you get chairs, you sit, you talk.
uh,
Isn't that what we did last time? There were chairs and there was a table and then we sat and we spoke. And people
obi
presented.
or your friend is saying
Presented.
obi or those large power this thing maybe they have this power, is it this power thing that has come, and kind of we can with that we can just set up outside over there, then we just do it. I think that will be it will save us money and that will be better.
Well, we can look into it.
Yeah, so I think we can do it at Brigade. Yeah.
Somewhere, if we get even some big car park, the crowd will not be busy. We just rent chair to sit down. Yeah.
Okay, so
The most important thing at that meeting is the people. If people will come, we don't need an auditorium with air conditioning and chairs and TV and all those things.
okay.
We just need it.
Although I don't
But I mean, you
yes.
like posh things, so
yeah. Aesthetics day.
Aesthetics, they need you. Yeah, me functionality, they need you.
Okay, the settings, share.
Yeah, I can help.
Form versus function. It's a debate. I know. So Jeffrey,
Yeah.
Charles, a lot of things be settings.
Oh, that one is true. I the whole lot is fraud.
So your friend is saying we will look at that. We will go in aggressively this time around on that. So first we will start looking for an actual place, but then the location budget is zero, near to zero. So if we're able to do that, then worst case scenario we'll go to every gardens and sit there and then do presentations over there. I think an open space, something. Yeah. So
Okay.
101 is happening in person with live streaming for those who are not around. But if you're around, then you can make it on it's always the right now, yeah, for June, it's always the last Saturday in October. Um, this time around, we 26th October. So you can mark it on your calendar so that you begin canceling programs and just make it up for us. So it will be good. Yes. So I think that 101 assets or any different view on 101. And also I think team leads who are not around, you still have to do your presentation virtually. Yeah. Pacho and I'm say and papa say story bia na na medam pem na we pacho on that day, we beg you can do a setup somewhere. We don't even want to see your face or anything if ebe hawa, but you can just join us virtually and then do your presentation. The purpose is you are showing us what you are planning for this year. You get it, with your budget and all those things, and if possibly how you will do it, so that we get a lot of things. 19th. Okay, so if we don't get any different way, we can shift it to 19th. I think Jane, what think 19th, is it okay for you?
Oh, I'm sure I should be able to make it.
Okay, so
19th of next month, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm not off more, but Sally, I go. If you did it, I will come.
Okay, because the 26th, I calculated it with your this.
Yeah, the 26th, they are be off now.
Yes, I calculated it with your own. So,
Yeah, Charles, make your come.
Charles. Okay, so we are shifting it from 26th to 19th October. So we are still on a quest to find a place. If we're able to get a place indoor, we'll do it. Worst case, we know where we'll do it. So I think we have to move to the next item. Across a 1 hour mark now. Although meeting I lasted for 59 minutes. Um Sansami Amanfrom, what we know about them so far. Beginning, Mobekaya, I was trying to tell you before that with Sansami Amanfrom, it's right now, although the indigens over there are not well to do, people who are staying there right now are mostly from Accra. And so, for example, clothes, for instance, if you make your focus on adult clothes, you may end up bringing the clothes back, a lot of the clothes back, because most of the people staying around over there are people who may be able to afford their own clothes. The indigens over there are not that many. If we are doing anything, and we have to be very careful about that side of things. Um, there are people who are staying in Accra and they are in another area. And what people are, they are indigens from there. The Sansami people themselves, especially the children. Most of our focus this year will have to be on your friend is saying the school, inside the school, and then maybe the health side of things too. Um, we will not be maybe we will not get a lot of numbers from what the assemblyman is telling me and the nature of the people we are targeting and what I've heard so far from the place. Yes. The Kroma for Nankasano and Shada and also like people from Accra na Egusu Air Swallow Krono. So it's like a new settlement sort of. But the school has a problem. That one there will be a campus. Yeah, so we can look at that. Will be a question be about the Sansame people you think maybe, and as a suggestion, something we can ask our contact people because right now we have about 4 contact people. We have the lady who is a teacher over there, Millicent's friend who brought the whole thing, and then the headmaster. For the headmaster, or no say here books and other items and study materials near there. So the headmaster and then assemblyman is also trying to tell us what kind of people we are trying to meet. And then one of the reasons why this year I'm not trying to attach ourselves to any assemblyman is we are in election year. We'll be not there about to win votes and we don't want to associate with any political color. So yes. And then the Sansami Hene himself too. He has been helpful so far with us knowing the people, the place, and why we should come there. So, any other question, like any other contribution, Sansami, something you think we should know about them? Okay, so then we move to your friend is saying, Obis. Um, yeah. So the Dockers box, and I heard something. Okay, so the Dockers box side of things, it's in a Mayu there. Jack, I mean, just so much to know.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
there.
so are we receiving clothes? How are things going with the Dockers box?
Yes. Jack mentioned he received a couple of clothes.
Okay. In inform Ntari and I say because this time around we need more like children's clothing. Okay, you will not be able to know because it's with Jack.
Hello. Hello. Please, what was the question?
I was like, is it children clothing or adult clothing? But then I assume that it's with Jack, so you'll not be able to know.
Yes, yes, yes. That's it.
Okay. Yes. Also, another issue we are having is with the exercise books. Um, the, your friend said someone did. Your friend is saying compilation of the exercise books we will need, and he presented it. Unfortunately, the amount was too much for us. Um, we are on tight budget, so he was supposed to do another one for this one. The actual the one I'm posting in the friends group right now. That one is from Kumasi, but then few hours before the meeting, he said that um it's the same amount. What he's getting from Accra to is the same amount. So with the stationery, I don't know why all of a sudden stationery wired and stuff. So more and more, yeah, more fast and my school books in go. Um, we are heading towards we are heading towards 6.5K. Yes, it's 6,400 and something. Yeah, any ideas as to how we can go about this? And I say, should we cut some things from it? How because I realize that sometimes we be being so and then could do an acquire issue. If obi betimi steady and I say be our education background betimi steady. Asama himself is from education background, so nanka ya kate party be a here film because budgets from various teams na yes will be a sine dan no ko yi baby pena edri. So how do we go about this? And as will be a hands up per se uchi so and then it's there. So yeah, stationary issues. Any ideas? Okay, okay. So we move to the new friends. Yes. So we have we have created a new program where we are trying to get people from specific schools and specific institutions closer to us so that we will always have younger people amongst us who will be able to show up because Hope Journey has two sides where okay, what's the budget for the stationery? I just posted it in the group, but then the amount is for primary we are looking at 1,483, and then for KG we are looking at 1,483, and then for lower primary we are looking at 2,373, and then for JHS we are looking at 1,120. In all, we are looking at about 6,441. Yes, so that's what we are trying to um think. President Patrick answer. Yeah, so new friends joining us, Hope Journey has two sides. Where we have the older people, where they are being so with age comes responsibility and other things, and you will not be able to be as committed as you are. Although me sometimes some of these things people say I don't agree with them, but then you'll be unnecessary. So we just say sanity. If you really want to do something, you can do it. You only create excuses when you are no more interested in what is happening. Yeah. So with age, some people are unable to show up, and then some people also, and we don't know why they are not part of us again. And sometimes you try to reach out to them and they don't have any concrete reason to tell you. Some of them are like they've not left, but they are still one of us. And so their absence, me explain it, but we still need people to fill the gap. Sometimes you put something there and it's like someone should be able to do that for us. People holding specific positions, sending an better few people. So like Martin was saying, 5 people putting everything together, then on the D-Day, everyone will show up. Then people having so many ideas as to how things can be done, but then on the D-Day, so during the work, they are unable to show up, becomes a problem. So we are trying to get younger people to join us so that they will complement the weakness of the older members. So we are experimenting something with PTC, and with PTC, we are getting people from there who we think are committed to what we are doing, and they will be able to help us. We will try and do some of those things in other places too. Across the mind, say ABI, we will do one towards some of the secondary schools too. Yeah, so that because some people joined Hope Journey when they were in secondary school, and they were equally good on the field in team with Eben and Ajwa. And I think we have Anwa too. Yes, so it means you can still have secondary school people. So whilst the older members are giving their support in terms of funding, then the younger ones will be using their physical energy to do that thing. Then it complements everything. So a time will come, we will just be doing everything from within, and it starts from that. So that's how come we have new people join. Please, do you have any question, ideas as to how we can execute this? Because this thing has been on the plate since we need to do something like this. So, any ideas how we can do this better? Okay, so the last AOBs, I know someone is saying something. Okay, the last AOB, um, T-shirt as a source of funding. This time around, we are going to use a dynamic way of. It's also another proposal. Um, I think it's time for us to get a new T-shirt. Yeah. So, um, the previous T-shirts we had and we are producing in 2022. Like the previous design was 2022. It was focusing more on the bag. Um, this time around, I'm trying to commission a designer to work on a new one for us, which will focus on all the courses. Yes, and this new design, I think it will be best if Obiati Mitobi. Now, when we go on the field, we will look more organized and dapper. Yes, so the idea with this t-shirt is when it comes out, we will make people order via a form. Like you use the usual Google form because we use the Google suite to do everything. So use the Google form to um place your order. But there will be a session where you will have to enter the amount you want to buy the t-shirt for. Yeah, if you think the t-shirt is worth 2,000 cedis for you, you write 2,000 cedis over there. If you think it's worth 40 cedis, you write 40 cedis. If you think it's worth 10 cedis for you, yes, we want to experiment the idea to see how that one too will be a source of funding for us. Because since time immemorial, people um do things like people buy the t-shirts for price they want. So why don't we just officialize it? If officialize is a way, yeah. So, um, what do you think? This is also another proposal. I really want to hear your thoughts on this. Bishiafo, I want the
Well,
more.
I I like it, but I think we should
In
set a
YK.
minimum limit for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm, what is
Yeah, I said it's a good idea, but I think maybe we should set a minimum limit for it.
okay. So it shouldn't be less than an amount. Okay, I like that. It shouldn't
Yes,
be less than the production cost. I think yeah.
yes, exactly.
Okay, yeah. I think Abu has something to say. Yo, I think his place. I think he has a network issue, so maybe we are unable to. But we are unable to hear you. Yeah, so if you can hear me, so
You just to add to what he said, I think I was also having the same way. Said we should have a minimum price. After we trying it, experimenting internally, I mean, we still need to broadcast the good. So if after next year, like as part of our fundraising, we'll allow outsiders to buy with the same rationale that they shouldn't go below that minimum price, but they can pay something worthy for that. Once they buy the attire itself, they are still advertising the courses itself. Because people still ask me when I wear the whole bag attire, like, what was it? You get it? It sort of brings a lot of awareness so people will get to know about the group and stuff. So I think this idea is quite laudable.
okay, so yeah, I think from next year we will expand that using the whole dynamic thing. So if it works from within, I say it goes well, then you try and target the rest of Ghana. Because one nice thing about t-shirts is
Um, um,
that
okay, so I beg, yeah, then my issue already is I'm not taking us so much back over with the issue of the budget for the stationery. Nobody talked about anything about it. Like, what are we doing about it? Because we can't just buy it.
that this says it's not taking us back, but then what are we doing about it? 6K for stationery.
I've not seen the figures, as in the numbers we need, the numbers we will be serving at the village. I don't know it off head. But are we saying that the 6K is too much, or we are looking for ways to raise the 6K? What's our focus here?
Okay, so how we can
Based on the numbers, does it make sense? Is it reasonable for the budget to be 6K?
okay, based on the numbers.
No,
Or
no,
are we
no.
over budget?
My question,
Because with estimation, there's underestimation and overestimation. Are we saying maybe we are budgeting too much? We are purchasing too many books? Or we are saying we are looking for ways to raise the 6K?
For now, we are looking for ways to raise the 6K. But then a question like this can be best answered during the 101 because there will be a period where the person in charge of stationery will do his presentation. That I think this year I'm giving Nataraj eraser. I'm giving 120 out. Then he will justify why he wants to give 120 Nataraj eraser out because for now this is what he has submitted for purpose of budgeting because when we're drafting the project proposal we needed that as an input. Yes. So for now they are looking for a way we can raise the fund. And as a will group him so if we be per se or have a look at it too. It's the associate place. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I honestly think such stationary idea we were home. At this point, let the goodness in our hearts come to play. I mean, because definitely we have it's kind of yeah raising from for the bags. No, there's already too much pressure on it, and so definitely, like you said, we cannot afford it. So maybe, maybe there is a way the associates and all of us can, contribute something little to the stationery separately from, the bags that will be um donating, and then maybe hope Jenny. We can get some money from the funds from the bags, no, to support it because at this point, or maybe it's if someone else child's personal can pay this is for 4K. I mean, why
Yeah,
not?
Priscilla
But
raising it last.
as it stands now, I'm willing to contribute something to it. But now, so see, I'm not, I don't have confidence. Like I cannot say confidently say, oh, I'm taking maybe those for the maybe JHS another way. But I'm thinking of what I can do to help. But until then, I don't want to make any promises. But I'm willing to contribute something.
Okay. Priscilla, before you come in, well, one thing we should know also is the 5K we've raised so far, just from July. You understand? July, August, September, 3 months near there. So if we go in harder, like if we don't lose momentum, it's actually doable. And if we stick to the plans, I can debate me. Yeah, Priscilla.
Hello. Mpacha mutumika.
Yeah, we can.
Me pass why.
Marianne, nituka sana wambo midi ya nkumo nto yumo. So, with the, me pacha with the stationery, I wanted to find out, yung bags na from the AFE China and Abidu, and that's what China I am from my.
Okay, with the bags, that coincidentally, and you may many notification say it be a bit, but ni nyina ambedu ye. But
Okay,
like
and we say it will be waha or they like or overseas and staffs, no, and if like in Mubi or China, you will be or China, is that
oh
it?
yeah, there is an agent handling it.
Yeah, so I wanted to find out, say, if there is no those stationaries, can't we check the prices from China? Because I feel like in or China, no, we could have them at a cheaper prices. So say you bet me now we could be able to ship at a lesser price and as even like something like AliExpress or something. If we don't have any issues with that, we can check those prices and compare. Probably we could have it relatively cheaper than what we have in Ghana. And maybe I thought we have specific brand, maybe who big, maybe who natural. Like do we have a attachments to the like, or it's just for quality sake. Say okay, natural is limited for this. Okay, fine. So you're looking for such quality. A bit more comparing China if you'll be getting them, because I feel like those items it's relatively cheaper there. That's what I think. So if they're in source now China, if they could check there for us, we could equally look at it ourselves. Those outside. You could check in AliExpress and compare those prices and see the shipping cost. Maybe one should be over down before the program, then the person can bring it or something. So if we could consider that one to and see.
Okay. Yeah. So time is a factor here. Like time. And like you said, could be a bahanuma. So uh if with China when you check Alibaba, we have like cheaper prices, especially with the quantity we are doing. Like we could get a very good deal. Like that one day. Yes. The issue is with the shipping. Shipping, no, it takes up to 8 weeks. And your friend is saying at the moment, I say yeah, near be our ship so. So I don't know. Like that's one side of the thing. It's becoming a problem. Like it's like everything is going to be on the ship, and there should be something we can fall on. if something happens. Yeah. So that's one thing. But if we can pay for flights to that one day, you will a friend is saying get it in 5 days. So if it will be war any link more amanonino say oh you well
Well, I think I know someone in China, but I don't know if
yeah, so if the person has any
maybe you
problem,
can probably
will get me
ask.
at keeping the fight out. Why not? Let's go for because I'm all for
Yeah,
cutting.
some. Okay, I'll try and reach out to the person and see.
Side note, Priscilla, I missed you.
Ow. That's so weird.
Yeah.
So,
When I heard your voice, I was like, I've not heard this voice in a really long time.
Council.
Now small chance. So when you
Charles, please
But
allow.
for real, it's Tinam too. As I hear Tinam voice, I was like, oh, I mean this Tinam.
Oh, Charlie, what's all? What?
Oh, Charlie, it is.
okay, I have what friend is
Ew.
saying? Any other business?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, in the spirit of fostering in-person meetings and getting creating avenues for us to get to know each other. Definitely, I'm not flying to Ghana. Why after the Hope Journey event in December? Isn't it a good idea that like you guys will organize if it's a beach day out? I don't know. Maybe if it's a beach day out,
What's
like
that?
an outing just to unwind and just get to interact with each other and then like you know that point like nobody's trying to get anything to anybody, so like at least the environment is play.
Marianne, Eka,
Oh no, I know that is not on Hope Journey like entirely like that, but I mean, I'm just saying because if in a year like we meet only once, maybe don't you think maybe an Ukrainian group I mean especially the friends group like it's so, I don't want to say dormant because I quite one-sided. Just like if we are not posting arts, then we are posting devotional, which are great. But then I mean for communication to be effective, it has to be two ways, right? It has to be, this way and then the other way. So what if doing this will bring everyone together, the associates, friends, maybe they might feel more belonged, I don't know, but it was just a random thought. And I thought to share it with you guys. Even though I'm not going to fly to Ghana for their outing.
Okay, so
Bye.
I was in America. Any thoughts?
And no, nobody's going to contribute anything. Like maybe someone will bring jollof, someone will bring fufu, someone like you all will cook and then you go and meet at one place and then you eat. Nobody's going to buy food anywhere. Get together, kakara, and then it's the end of the year. So yeah, we are no more saying yeah, you want pictures. Yeah, very sure.
Okay, so this is her proposal, and this is something it crossed her mind. So, and guys, what do you think?
Hey, mom, hey,
Oh, I think initially we used to do something like that, but in a different manner. You team boat when you
Yeah,
put it yeah, but it's not like an intentional thing. I mean, it's a good idea. Maybe we can have a second look at it.
because I feel like we really need to do something to spark the interest of especially those in the friends group, because I mean you can't just be in the group for a whole year and then you're not commenting, you're not probably volunteering for events, then you're just in the group adding to the numbers. So maybe it is because there are no activities for them to participate in or to be able to interact with everybody and all of that. I know like everyone is busy, but Trust me, if it has to do with fun, everyone will make time to at least come around. Mom, and all this is not just for the fun of it, but also to foster, like, I mean, to build the relationship amongst us, just so that going forward it's even easier to, for them to participate or volunteer for events and all of that.
Okay, so you have what to say to that.
I think that's what we intend for the 101 to do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
That's the one. It's not an evangelism thing.
no. Now we branded
It's
it.
a gathering.
So we just
We are like this time around. We are not going to bring anyone to come and say your church is wrong, my church is right. We are now making it into your friends, and you sort of a collaborating to where people present their ideas in a relaxed manner. Last year, that's what we did at Little Wake Up. So the whole setting is relaxed. You get some come, you present your idea. So, fortunately, for some of us, work is so we don't know any other fun thing I'm talking about. So, yeah. So, uh, aside the beach and all those things, I think so. Um, it syncs with the 101 idea. Or let's say, yeah, we
Well,
can use we can go to the bad beach for the 101 setup.
I definitely think the December one would definitely give a different vibe because it's the season of festivities, and so like everybody's guard is somehow down, not like down, but like you catch the vibe. So like so but then of course it all boils down to money. So
Yeah, and the December one, we we intended to create something like a visit to people who are check project page, and I can see say there is a visit to people who are hands and like founding patron, creating program space, and then looking at 25th, and then between 26th and 31st, the activities that were
okay, New Year.
okay. So
You, but I care about your well-being. Oh, you see, I'm here. I don't even make it though. But look at the way I'm fighting for everybody.
I think that's why you are pushing for it because you are not doing
I just feel like it would probably spark the interest of those in the friends group a bit more because there are a lot of people in the friends group, and we shouldn't even be struggling with people. Just like I think Boatin mentioned that there were maybe like a Juma be uncomfortable 10 and like we only have 5 people available, putting so much pressure on like on people to get things done. And then there are a lot more people on the friends group that could be of great help. And we do not even have to go through the human scarcity we are going to.
okay. So the notion that the friends group has been dormant, I think it has always been like that, and it's sort of a Ghanaian thing. Like I'm in other project groups too, like other non-profit and interest stuff. And one thing I noticed,
And
a
so
lot of
we do not want to change things over there.
no, I'm not saying we are, but then I want us to look at it from a different perspective. Like, um, mostly Ghanaians, you drop something, few people even react, few people even talk. It's as a mostly Ghanaians not quite appreciate outside. They begin when some other few Ghanaians they are
Stray
spoken,
bullets.
and I'm mostly they talk about stuff. That's something I noticed about. See, I mean Wikipedia, like that's what cookies they do. You drop a picture, nobody talks. Like few people now mostly they upload it on Twitter, but then when they are supposed to do something, instead of people talking, because it's the same quiet people that create more money to talk. So I don't know if I don't think it's a problem. Um,
Okay.
the group is quiet, but I see it like yeah, what they have conversations.
Okay.
Uh, for the gathering, we are all able to show up for the one. I think that it will be purposeful for that same idea because it's not feasible for December. December and in New Year too. We use it as a fallow period sort of where as a second half of the year too much of any activities. So at also then it's consuming a lot part of a lot of people personal lives near there. And we don't want it to be like that. So if I also question beginning of the year, net defeat is our purpose na years until March, we in kasa activities, then unless a diary new devotional, then a defeat is our purpose need too. So um let's rethink the one gathering and then let's add it to our plans. Right now we are saying it's 19th October. Yes, so certain how it will be like Charles is 7%. So certain certain how it will be like, any all those things, the venue and all those things. If it will be a picnic style, then whilst we are discussing ideas, we are raising funds too, and then people are having food to eat and all those things too. I think that we can use Mary Ann your idea for the one rather than creating a new program for it. It will be quite a problem. Any other business, then we bring meeting. We are doing one at 35. Yes. So any other something you think we have to discuss? Something you think will improve what we are working on? Ebo, Adade, Rachel, Priscilla, Mary Ann, Charles, Felicia, Esnam, Boateng, Yankasa. Yeah. So uh, anything you think we should add to?
Okay. I was thinking, with the stationery, why not? Excuse me to say, those who are outside the country, and they are you just see stationaries outside. You understand, like on the streets, you see. You understand, there are a whole lot
Move
of
the
students.
crowd
And things.
street.
Why not check? Why not check? Say, yeah, you can maybe inquire so you can get the stationery. So that instead of all our goods being on the sea like South American. It will be better say there. If I say there, we are getting to the US. It's quite appropriate. Say it's a parcel thing and then DHL. We go about it. With a DHL thing, it will not be long. And I say there, should in case say you get somebody who's coming to Ghana, it will be very easy because the answer in that if it is say the Alberto your friend there, what's the name? Alberto where manner for kind of the how should I put it? Ubeto wait a man on us like if you're there about once. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. If somebody can check it from their side, say they are on the stationery, we can get it here instead of that's what I mean.
If we're able to know total size of the item we are buying, so but then
Na street then now yeah stationary or client thing.
Charles, what are the meaning they get
now we know you have something.
Charles, are they come?
Yeah.
Stationery, it be the check the thing they put for the WhatsApp group inside.
I see that stationery.
Yeah. So that was I mean say if you go get them for your side, then it's better say we go buy them from your side and take it to this Chinese people. Then we'll be on the sea. We don't know when it's coming and all those things.
Nana, if you do the cost analysis, shipping from
it will be more expensive here.
Yeah, shipping from even Ghana to Accra, no, it would have been better saying
better Ghana.
Ghana press.
Yeah.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. So Obenya be free. Yeah, that's a different option. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, name street to be on Manchester Station. Say woman street to be sir. Yeah, look into it.
Okay, so I think we can do baby steps. So if it works with the blacks, beginning of the year, use beginning of the year to start. We just find a way to fund it somewhere, those things. Then we ship it beginning of the year. Then we ship it last month. So that I think for us. Because your friend is at the moment, the only thing that can help us is flight. And we never ban them. But we know with my little experience in these things, I ban them at 8 week from China and I ban them and as a 50 days. Yes, so and as will be better your friend is US we can take it a man about the part.
Okay, US Nigeria, because last year, I think I even tried looking at for instance stationery sets. Yeah, they even like during the back to school time. No, it will be expensive. Like it will be really like you. The idea is like I said, it will be cheaper here, but it will be more expensive here. So it would have. It's better to like Charles said. It's better to yeah, like send the money to Ghana to buy it more because I don't know.
Yeah. Do we all?
And we know how DHL them take advantage of things. I mean, Oshipiadeko Ghana Petre say that means they have to take huge duties and all those things. So it might
right.
It be a boka chain like in Keto Ghana straighter.
40%. So the friend is saying
Yeah, I think I saw honestly maybe a street time.
oh, let us see now person on my
Personally, what about your side?
Hey, US now complaining.
Oh, that's it. Well, I don't know because I actually know because I just tried calculating some things last year to see whether like maybe I could buy insurance from here, but it was very expensive, and so I didn't even mention it at all like last year. So that is the reason why I know say way. But maybe I mean maybe unless Priscilla has checked that, but I mean
Okay.
you may never know. Maybe it's actually be cheaper in UK. I never know.
Priscilla, can you check for your friend for us?
With the stationery, that's had a so yeah, I feel like Ghana that's 6,000 and there's a lot. That is over 300 quid. So but also I mean I'm not sure it's 100, it be 100 quid. I was checking some of the prices at AliExpress and you can have like 100 pencils for less than £1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Oh, so
so
you're
I
checking
just
on
feel like
AliExpress.
Okay, so Priscilla, so you get what they talk. Me, I know the route and the path where the seats is for there. That's where me I carry the issue from. It is somebody they tell me say you street, you know they see that
Street guy.
No, yeah, I'll go. Well, I go
Oh,
check.
Priscilla, you are checking on AliExpress.
Yep, and even Shin.
By quality there, I mean Shin. Shin. Well.
Yeah, what can I say? Stationery, so it's a China for the quality. Like, yeah, you're not Ghana, you're so Ghana and Papa Bear. You get it. I buy some to use for myself, so that's what I can. I can't say when you'll be about which we should. I think say.
Well, I mean,
people coming. December, say for the twaba. MPs for a bit. What the man of his card for bad. Say when you'll be about. Yes, you're the one, not the other. We could just be accidents.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And are we going to get the math set too?
Yeah, you should get. Like, I can check all of them and get the prices and let you guys have it.
Okay,
And
I
then
would also check on my chain end here. Let's check machine up now here say.
you can compare prices.
Because now they even
Then,
chain ships to Ghana directly, I think so.
oh, okay. I do know.
Hey, now what is that go put to Ghana and shopping from Shane? Sure.
Yeah, I know people do that, but I don't know the cost involved though. So,
So everyone saying.
Okay, yeah, try and see that thing. By when can you get feedback from Shane?
oh, I could get you feedback by tomorrow evening.
Oh, that's nice.
Maybe.
Hey, many pens will be a friend is saying 50 pieces for $4, $5.
So you must.
So yeah, much.
So I think it makes me be wow. So I'm taking a massive field. If a class in Canada, it's 0.77p. Into £1.
Okay.
I beg me myself. I'll go look for my own. There, I can't carry my own. What's me?
Yeah, mention money now.
I mean,
So
may not
if
be
if you just say one item, but it helps. So we can look at it. You can experiment with some items. Maybe wash it like that. Oh, okay. So everything. I think we are entering into um with Charles with health side of things. Next week, I think the 101 think they are doing stuff. And
Ike, online ni break you.
can you get me?
It's okay. It's okay.
Can
I
you
can
get me?
take me once and put it on my face when you finish.
Yeah, you better now.
Okay, mama.
Yeah, so I'm like
Yeah.
the other parts of the program, no. I think they will do their presentation one thing. So now you're betting meeting with something. And if you really want to take advantage, most of the things are in the project.
Hey, Ike, what do mountains so banana? So you can in you.
Oh, Assembly. Hello, you can you hear me?
Okay, now it's better.
So I'm saying that the other part of the program, health, food issues, and transport, all those things will be discussed during the 101. Like they will do a presentation uh, on at the event. So you be more nitty gritty from them. But then your friend is saying, if you want to still know something about it, I think that you can check from the website. The project in progress. You can see the various budgets and then breakdown. Ɛwɔ hɔ no. Nti, with that, you can be able to see say maybe are we interested in that side na. Yeah. So AOBs, any other thing. Okay. So we Pacho Ubo Bibika. Okay, so let's bring the meeting to a close. One of you should pray so that we can bring the meeting to a close. But and don't say that thing. Because
I already said it all.
yeah, someone should pray so that we can bring the meeting to a close. Charles. Yeah.
Maybe small birthday competition though.
Oh, a prayer so that we just close the meeting. Like,
Let us pray. Our Lord and Master Jesus, we thank you this evening for being our guide and being our protector. Awurade saa mmerɛ yɛde yɛn meeting a yɛayɛ aba awieeɛ. Yɛsrɛ wo sɛ as you've been with us throughout the meeting na yɛtumi share ideas on how to move Hope Journey forward. Yɛsrɛ wo sɛ wankasa bra bɛfa biribi biara a yɛdiscuss no na boa yɛn na yɛntumi ɛnyɛ na ɛmba to a realization. Yɛsan so ɛsrɛ wo sɛ kɔ so abɔ obi biara ho ban, every member, friends of Hope Journey, associates, everyone involved in this project. Yɛsrɛ wo sɛ bɔ obiara ho ban so that we'll not hear of any bad news, good health, strength to be able to go about our businesses. We humbly ask that you bless our works so that we'll be able to get more money and actualize our project. Yesra will say, open up doors for us, financial assistance, Fabrian. Financial in Kofa so companies we've applied to. Yesra will say Momoya willing to give us funds to support our project. Eyini Inshrabe Bra Yesra or Aduni Mobo is identity. Amen.
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 Charles, don't say it.
What I talk? What I talk? You just talk to your man. I say, I'm not talking anything.
Okay, if you want to say it, say it. Don't go and be saying Charles,
No,
don't say
but you're
anything.
on a quest, so I quest is a mini. Okay, so thank you all for joining. Hey, Binum Sama Fifi.